Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today, of course, I'm talking about the man of the hour, the current hot topic, and that is of course Ryan Garcia. He did it, y'all. He pulled off one of the craziest upsets in recent times, and honestly, it's the next day, but I'm still buzzing. I'm still in disbelief of what we just witnessed, man. I watched the fight with my girl and my homies, and there was a unanimous agreement between us that we thought Devin would win, but we all wanted Ryan to win. And honestly, guys, as soon as the walkout started, though, and Ryan looked a little shook, and Devin looked fully locked in, the mood in the room shifted, and we all thought that Devin would probably knock Ryan out just because Ryan looked unsure. Devin looked like he knew exactly how this was gonna go down, but we couldn't be more wrong. You know, right when the fight started, Ryan hit him with that left hook, and Devin was wobbling. And yo, guys, we went crazy. It got crazy in there. We got real loud. And what's crazy is that the whole boxing community knows that Devin has a high IQ and that his defense is one of the best, and his footwork is on an elite level. And we know that Ryan's bread and butter shot is that left hook, and Devin knows this. And he's fought Ryan 6 times before, and they've sparred I don't know how many times. And Dev has been prepping for that left hook this whole training camp, right? So how the hell does he get caught with it like the first couple times Ryan throws it? That is crazy to me. Haney also has good timing and great reaction time, so I really don't know how he got hit so early on. I guess it really just shows that Ryan's speed is really on another level. But yeah, man, Ryan had a great first round. It kind of reminded me of the second round of Tank versus Ryan, except, you know, he learned, he improved. Ryan learned from his mistakes against Tank. He had Devin hurt. He still pressed him and went after him, but he didn't go left hook crazy. He didn't go windmill crazy. He didn't just march onward and abandon his discipline and defense. The difference in his pursuit against Tank in that second round and the difference in his pursuit against Haney was day and night. It was very apparent. I saw him think more and control himself, and he didn't go after him the entire round. He realized it's the first round, you know, you gotta pull it back. Dev isn't gone yet, so he took his foot off the gas and just didn't lose his mind. But from round 2 to 5, I believe it was, maybe until 6, for whatever reason, Ryan just didn't throw, so Devin had control of the fight. You know, Ryan just had his guns holstered, and whenever he did throw, he only threw that damn left hook. And again, I was so frustrated. Like, this guy is falling in love with that left hook again. He saw a little bit of success, and now that's all he wants to throw. He just throws it with no setup and no follow-up, and Devin was fully aware of it now. He wasn't gonna get hit with it again. Another thing, I thought that Ryan was, you know, really respecting Haney a little bit too much. I really think that Tank changed this man. That's what Tank does, right? He changes guys. After you get knocked out by Tank, you have some sort of like PTSD. You know, it's what happened to Rolly, and it's what happened to Ryan. So Ryan was respecting Haney a little too much, in my opinion. He was letting him work. He knew that Haney was waiting to counter him, so he just kept himself from throwing anything back. And I was telling my homies that if he just decides that he wants to win, he will win. If he decides that Devin can't hurt him, then he can just honestly mow down Devin, because it's clear that Haney can't handle Ryan's speed and power. So it was all up to Ryan. How this fight went down was all dictated by Ryan. Devin had zero control on the outcome of this fight. I mean, I just said, yes, he was winning the rounds, but that's because Ryan was allowing him to win those rounds. But, you know, sure enough, I think Derrick James was telling Ryan what I was thinking, that he needs to shoot his right hand, that he needs to let his hands go. And I don't know what round it was, but Ryan finally listened to DJ, and I'm so happy that he did, man. I am so happy that he did, because we got the result that we got. He listened to Derrick James and just started throwing combinations, and Haney couldn't hang. Haney couldn't react. Haney couldn't take it, and down he goes. There goes the first knockdown. We were so hyped, yo. We were jumping up and down. And guys, I ain't gonna lie, the way Haney was laying on the floor trying to get back up, I didn't think he would make the count. Like, he looked finished. But, you know, credit to him, he did. He got up and survived that long round. I think he still got like a minute and a half left to survive in that round after he got knocked down. So respect to him. He managed to do just that and even started fighting back the next few rounds. And that's the thing that I really respect about Haney, is that he is there to win, man. There is no quit in him. He was hurt and put on the ground, but he got up and he, of course, needed to get himself back together. But after that, he went straight at Ryan again. So you got to respect that. He wanted to let Ryan know that he's not finished just yet. And in round 7, 8, or 9, somewhere there, Ryan started using his legs. This is another sign to me that it was him listening to DJ. You know, he wasn't a stationary target. He was very mobile for a couple of rounds, like he was against Duarte. And I remember he said in an interview after Duarte that DJ told him to move, because that's when the openings present themselves. So yeah, Ryan started doing that, which is good. I think at this point, you know, Haney found his composure again and was winning rounds. But I saw it as Ryan just being more patient and waiting, you know, letting Haney build up some false confidence so that he opens up more. But Haney, he is very disciplined, so he wasn't biting. He was also refusing to commit to any of his punches because he knew that Ryan was waiting to counter him. But then Ryan said to hell with it, and he went after him and he let his hands go and dropped Haney 2 more times, guys. And I'm telling you, when Ryan decides he just wants to be him, he just goes. He is dangerous because he has blinding speed and he is so damn explosive. You don't see the punches coming. On top of that, he can really crack. I mean, guys, that third knockdown, that left hook came out of nowhere. It just came out of nowhere. Ryan's a little bit awkward in the way that he is wild. When he throws combinations, the punches could come from anywhere, and the thing is, you don't know how many he's throwing. So, you know, you just gotta roll with it and hope for the best. He's not fundamentally sound at all, but he has his own quirks, and he is hard to read when he lets his hands go. What Tank did right in the fight was handicap Ryan. He controlled Ryan's lead hand that whole fight. Despite being the smaller, shorter fighter, Tank's skill set, footwork, and IQ made it happen. He didn't allow Ryan to throw his combinations or get in a groove. He took away his best weapons and he made it so he was the one dictating where and when Ryan would throw. But, you know, guys, Ryan really did it. He really did it, and he did it in style, and I love it. Not so much that Dev lost, because I actually really feel for him. He looked broken at the end of that fight. He looked sad as hell, a little embarrassed, and definitely disappointed. You know, boxing is his life. He's a proud man, and he lost to the quote-unquote YouTuber, the quote-unquote madman. He lost to who Tank made easy work of. He lost to his, you know, longtime rival. He looked a little bit defeated right after the fight, but when he was interviewed in the ring, he looked fine. His jaw looked swollen. He looked like a little chipmunk. Honestly, I thought that shit could be broken. And if that's the case, even more credit to Dev, man, for dogging it out and not backing down. But I digress. He looked to be in a better mood, like he just accepted the L. And I'm glad he was in better spirits. I'm glad he held his head high, because, you know, it's a L. It's not the end of the world. And I don't think it will, but I hope he doesn't let this loss break him. But yeah, so I wasn't happy that he lost. I was just happy that Ryan got a big win. He really needed it. Derek James really needed it. I'm also happy that the boxing world has been shook up. Only Ryan can do something like this, man. Now, if you guys can recall, going into this fight, I thought Haney would win an 8-4 type of decision. And I was saying that this was a mismatch, and how Ryan doesn't care about winning the big fights. He just wanted to be a participant. Boy, I was wrong. I was wrong, and I couldn't be happier. And in that same video, I repeated multiple times that I'd be so happy if Ryan proved me wrong, because it'll turn the boxing world upside down. I don't have anything against Devin. I thought and still think he's on the path to greatness, but I also think that Ryan is great for boxing. Despite all the antics, I think he's great for boxing, and I always have. He brings tremendous amount of eyeballs to the sport, and when he wins, boxing wins, and that's just the bottom line. In terms of performance and how I would rate it, I thought it was like a B+ performance, maybe an A-. He was still doing that silly Philly shell, which, you know, I can't be too mad at because it worked. But he also is in such a terrible position where he can't throw anything back. But I guess when he pulls that out his bag, he wants to fully protect himself, and he does the job. So I can't be on him too much about that. I also kept seeing his face exposed when he lets his hands go. I see a good counter puncher that can actually punch, still taking advantage of that like Tank did. I also saw that he has a limited bag. He was way too reliant on that left hook, especially early on. It was getting really annoying because I'm like, bro, is that really all you have? And I don't know what round it was. I think maybe round 9 or 10, but Devin was pressing him against the ropes and he was fully available for an uppercut. And I was yelling at the screen for Ryan to throw it, but nothing, man. But I did see him throw some uppercuts in the championship rounds. I think DJ told him that it's there for the taking. And I guess the last criticism was that he was headhunting too much. I thought he could have ended the fight had he gone for the body as well. Ryan can really crack to the body. I know you guys remember him putting Campbell down with a crippling body shot. I saw so many opportunities for the same punch last night, but for whatever reason, he was just headhunting a little too much. Nevertheless, he won. He won in devastating fashion, and he is no doubt a top 3 star in the sport right now. It was a great fight. I think it'll go down as a classic where 2 primed fighters faced one another. Now, I know the 4 Kings moniker is now dead and gone, but this is 2 kings primed fighting each other at their best. Ryan literally missed weight so that he can be at his best, and it paid off. Now, I don't want to hear no excuses from you Haney fans, because y'all the same people saying that Haney got different power at 140 because of what he did to Prograis. Y'all the same people saying that he would school Tank at 140 because of what he did to Prograis. Y'all the same people saying that Devin is this and that at 140 because of what he did to Prograis. Now, he weighed in at 140 just like he did against Prograis, so I don't want to hear no excuses. I guess the only difference is he finally fought someone in their prime and his size. But in terms of what went wrong for Devin, I guess honestly it's just lack of power and having a glass jaw. I mean, that sounds very harsh, but it is what it is. I can't really attribute this loss on his side to anything else. Maybe a wrong game plan as well. I thought he would have fought Ryan like how he fought Prograis, constantly on the move and just picking his shots. I don't know, man, but ultimately it just comes down to him not being able to get respect and being able to get hurt. As I said before, Ryan controlled the fate of the fight. And I know I already brought him up a couple of times, but not only does Ryan deserve credit for his performance, Devin Haney does too for not laying down and not giving up. But Derrick James deserves a whole lot of credit as well. You can see that he is probably the first coach and trainer that Ryan actually respects and listens to. He gets through to Ryan. He actually gets Ryan to do what he wants Ryan to do. And what he wants Ryan to do sets Ryan up for success. You can see his teachings. You can see the intent in everything Ryan did. You can see they come in with a game plan. You can see Ryan slowly improving on the fundamentals and on his defense. Still a lot of work to do in both departments, but he is improving. You can see that when Ryan comes out of the corner, he looks more confident and ready to execute the game plan. You can see Ryan is really comfortable with having him in his corner. He brings a lot of confidence to Ryan and gives clear instructions that Ryan listens to. It's a great marriage, you know, what they got going on there. Maybe they're not in sync with everything, especially with the outside of the ring antics, but inside the ring, Ryan listens to Derrick James, and that's beautiful, man. It's great to see. Oh, and a few more things. Just like his previous fights, Haney came out with another banger fit. This time he came out with full fear of God. I also thought Ryan's dances at the end of round 12 was hilarious. This guy is just hilarious. He got so much hate and criticism going into the fight, which he deserved. But y'all gotta give this man his flowers, that he proved most of us wrong. And this might sound hella controversial, but I'm so happy to see these guys lose their O. We gotta stop with that O running the boxing world. Fuck that. When everyone has an L, everyone improves. And everyone wants to fight better competition because they want to show everyone that they're not done. Look at Ryan. He lost to Tank and he went straight to another big fight to show us that he's not done. Look at Tio. He went after Josh Taylor. I think an L or 2 on your record ain't bad at all. These guys got to stop protecting that O and just fight the fight. But guys, that's it for me. That's a long video. But hey, man, I had a lot of thoughts regarding this fight. And this is what Ryan does, man. When he does something spectacular, motherfuckers like me will have a lot of thoughts and opinions on the matter. That's why he's great for boxing. But anyways, what did you guys think of the fight? What's next for Ryan? I think he's going to fight Pitbull or Tio next. Maybe Matias, but Matias got no name in the casual world. And I think he's only here for the big fights. Maybe he goes to 147 and does some crazy shit over there. What do you guys think is next for Devin? I think he fights Hitchens or someone less dangerous but has a name. I think Hitchens or Barbosa or the winner of Josh Taylor and Catterall. Someone like that. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching and I hope you guys have a lovely day. Thank you.